So, I'm live. Hello, everybody. Karaka here with PowerWash Simulator, a trophy hunter's journey. I did not realize I was live for a moment there, so that's a little embarrassing. But I realize now, so yeah. Um, just setting up thingies before stream like I normally do. Uh, so I've been a bit experimental lately with different sort of thumbnails for the streams and different sort of names of the streams, and I am now I am like I don't I'm fine with experimenting. Like I you know that's you know fine, experiment, see what works, see what pulls in viewers, blah de blah de blah blah. But you also have to do stuff that's on brand to yourself, in my opinion. So, well, I have definitely been doing that and like been doing stuff that is, I would say, on brand for myself. I don't know why I said me. It's not quite. That was like, it's not, you know, consistent. It wouldn't be consistently me, if that makes sense. So like thumbnails, right? I have a thumbnail that's uniquely me. It's basically the freaking title screen of the game. Like, sort of like the title screen of the game, the first sort of press start menu, or if I can't do that, do something with it's got the game name in it, right? Um, I'm very, very happy with that because it works. Like, I know how to do it, it's nice and easy. But then I tried a different, thumbnail, sort of YouTube vidIQ thumbnail generator, and I really, really liked it, tried it out. But then I thought long term, this is a really, really cool thumbnail. Say I have a different one for every stream. I can't really keep up the same sort of consistent format that has. It'll always be a little different in some form. So I was like, yeah, I can't keep this sort of thing consistent with the way that I do things and my own personal way of branding my thumbnails. Like I can have aspects of it, but it's not going to be consistent across videos. So I decided to go back to what I originally did. Also, the names of videos as streams is also very kind of annoying, so I just tidied that up a little bit. Basically kept it as what it is, but got rid of the part from it. So if someone's, browsing it, like seeing that I'm streaming, they don't like think, oh shit, this is part 13. I have to watch the other 12 parts. That way it's not homework. That way someone can just drop in and be fine too. So yeah, just sort of been looking at stuff, different ways of doing things. I need to just double check something with the chat because I noticed the other night. Okay, so it is connected to TikTok now. Good. Oh wow, I just got a notification. Yes, sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, so with the experimentation with like the different sort of thumbnails, I mean, but IQ might be useful for that. But at the same time, I kind of want to do them myself. Be me with them. They won't look as good, and I might possibly use the occasional inspiration from one, but don't really want to. Although it is really nice, so maybe I will. I don't know. Curtain walls. I still am missing a curtain wall. It is up here, correct? Yeah. Okay, specifically that one. Alright, I need to go clean it. Figure out where it is. Exactly. Maybe it's a crouchy thing? Anyway, so, yeah. I'm gonna go being back on brand of what I am. That makes sense? It did make sense, but it sounded strange. Just me. But oh well. Oh, a little bit of dirt there. What the hell? Why is I don't understand this. I am trying to clean the dirt off of this wall. I am looking at the wall. I have hit everywhere it is glowing on that wall. And yet, nothing. Unless there's other parts of the wall on this, including this. In which case, fair enough, I missed something. But, can't figure out what I've missed on that other wall. There's a little bit there. Wait, there's stuff here that maybe I need to climb up and grab it from up there. Oh. Clean around the edges as much as I can. This part. Oh. Okay, that's enough wall feature. Does that mean that that part's clean then? Also, that's obviously not the curtain that I needed to get. So where the fuck is this supposed dirt then? Sure. Sure. I'm not going to complain because I got it, but like, what? The hell? Glowing. What is glowing? That's glowing. Okay. Alright. Hollow projector. Huh. This one Oh! That. Right, so that's the hollow projector. I see. So these are hollow projectors. I feel like I knew that, but I didn't remember what they were called. Okay. Can I please put this down? There we go. Okay. Right, next one would be the Holomax letters. Okay, so I am missing a few letters here. I thought I might be. Should just be a little bit of nice tight cleans though. Nice tight cleans? That was a strange thing to say. Ah, right. So yeah, I didn't stream last night because, well, I was tired. And I don't always stream on Saturday nights. But the other thing is I was busy. Hence why I'm also streaming late-ish today. Did I get the letters? Entry pillars. Oh yeah, I got all the letters. Okay, cool. So entry pillars. I guess this is down bottom. Yeah, I was basically out sort of shopping. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I am getting to have a like professional streaming setup and stuff. And I finally got the money for everything. Released yesterday, so I was basically going out and buying everything that I can get that I need to go out for today. So I was out shopping most of the day for like stuff related to that. Can I just go there? Yes, I can. So, and then there was other stuff that I need to get as well. So I was like grabbing that from online and finding out where to get it. And yeah, I was also doing that last night. Why can I not get this Jaws sign fully done? I feel like I haven't climbed up here for this reason. Oh, behind it. Shit, how come I didn't? Get off the ladder! Get off the ladder! Get off the ladder! Go! Oh my god, you are so annoyingly slow sometimes. Ah, wait. Maybe there was more to just getting the underneath of it. But I was really hoping that was all that I was missing. Hoping so many. Oh, looks like I might be able to get some stuff from down here. Awesome. Right, yeah, so I was basically just grabbing I did not mean to pick that up, but sure. I was grabbing what's it called? I'm just gonna grab a drink. The that thing that you use to plug things into the power strip, right? So, originally, I was just going to get two for my like whole stream setup. But then I sort of realized I have a couple underneath my bed, a couple of power boards, and they're sort of daisy chained. It's for my internet because the way that I had to do it. So it's not exactly the safest thing in the world to do. So I went ahead and got a third, had to connect that. It has RGB on it, which is, well, I got to be honest, it's like the main reason I got it because it just, yeah, RGB on freaking power board. Why not? So yeah, I got that, and I had to get a couple of because with that I lose the current USB ports on my current one, so I need some USB things to plug into that. So I got a couple of those. Have this stuff sort of sit in a box, like in a part of my room. What else did I get? Oh, then I went to TB Games, and I had got this thing that I didn't realize that they had. I was in there last week, and I was like, I didn't realize they had it. It's a PSVR 2 like headset, like stand thing. I got one last year, and for my PSVR 2, and it was cool. And I checked my PSVR 1, and it fit in there, and I wanted to get it, and they didn't have any anywhere. And there was this other one that sort of took over, so I thought that they weren't going to be stocked anymore. So I went ahead and grabbed that. Got this PlayStation accessory for my desk because why not? And there was a thing for renewing your BB World membership, and you got a wallet and a pin, and I wanted those, so I went ahead and renewed for another year. Where is what I'm looking for? Lower side window frame. So where is this? Like, wait, have I got it highlighted? I don't. Why the hell is it not anywhere? What the hell? Lower side window frame. This thing. Right. Those weren't windows, those were movie posters. What was I saying? I was saying stuff. Oh yeah, so I grabbed that, and I feel like there was something else I got as well. HDMI cables. Got a couple of those because, sort of need them. Now these are the movie posters, and it looks like it's that one. Oh, yeah, I see the dirt all over it. Yeah, so I was just out shopping and stuff. Then I got home, and then got sort of dinner organized and stuff, and now I'm back to streaming because, I want to. Also, consistency is important, and I wanted to finish playing this and figure out where the hell it is that I'm going. So what is it that I'm looking for? Signboards. I want to say it's that thing, but it is glowing. Okay, yeah, that is it. Huh. How's that dirty, though? I'm going to guess it's like the edges, maybe? But that one looks clean. That one's not glowing, so it must just be the other side of it. Okay. Pop it down. How close can I get you? I'll put you there. But, yeah, it's basically what I've sort of been doing today. It was a good day. Then again, it's always a good day, even when it's a bad day. Always got to look on the positive side of things. Where the hell is the dirt? Like, what the hell? I legitimately don't have dirt on here. Is it glowing? It was glowing, right? I'm not imagining that, am I? But then, what other signboards would there be? Maybe I was imagining. I'm going to do something else because I'm not too sure. Turret wall. That thing. I was wondering what a turret wall was. I was like thinking of like something that there were guns hidden, and I like dismissed that because turrets make me think of gun. But I guess this makes sense. Also, why is this on here? This seems so out of place compared to everything else that is like on this area. That doesn't even seem like it should be on a like a building. It seems like it should be at the top of a frickin' princess's castle or something from like a Disney cartoon or movie, like Shrek, which is DreamWorks, but still. Like, actually, oh, okay, yeah, sweet. I say that that's from the one that is from Shrek, and it's done by DreamWorks, but it did use Disney properties. I'm pretty sure on the side of the movie, so maybe it is slightly Disney owned, or it's just those characters aren't really copyrighted. Although, Gingerbread Man is sort of the only one that I can actually really think of. I know that there are others, but just Gingerbread Man. And then they do the nursery rhyme of the Muffin Man. So, I'm not sure anymore. Copyright, ownership piece, stuff like that's confusing. Okay, turret windows. Need to figure out which windows I need to clean. So, none of them are glowing. What the hell? Unless it's on the roof of it? Maybe? But, the hell? I'm gonna climb up here, because why not? Like, what? Oh, okay. It's only one. There we go. There we go. Upper feature walls. I'm not 100% sure on what this is. I think I might know. I think it's the... Okay. I thought it was something else. I'm not going to lie there. Although I think that I had cleaned this, so there is that. Being part of the reason I thought it was something else. So... There's like no dirt on here. Okay. Got some dirt it seems, but... Is that it? Oh! Yay! Done. Trophy. Hooray. Awesome. Alright. Let's go to the next place. Seeing the movie theater and it's practically sparkling. Looks just great, and you've got us right back on schedule. I can't wait to see Marty's face once we're all set up and that shark flies out at him. I can't tell you exactly what's next, but keep your page handy. We're probably going to need you again very soon. Thanks a lot. You're welcome, film producer guy. Happy to help. I like cleaning stuff. Doc's Time Train. I believe it's maybe the last one of the DLC. By the way, I know that there's a trophy related to this. So, have a look. On Doc's Time Train, clean the flux capacitance particle colliders first. Okay. Hey pal, thanks for fitting us in again. We're wrapping up the third and final, and we do mean final film now. And boy is the scheduling getting tight. Scheduling or scheduling? Anyway, we went back to the Wild West in this one, which naturally means we've got a time-traveling steam locomotive. How else is Doc going to ride those timelines? When you say ride those timelines, for some reason I'm thinking like ride those waves, and I'm just thinking surfboard. And I'm just thinking how funny the movie would be if it was like surfboards and they had to go on like waves going 88 miles per hour. That's kind of ridiculous, but it'd be really Kind of funny. Anyway, I'm not really sure what happened, but the time train looks like it's been driven through a rainbow. Don't know if it has anything to do with some multicolored logs that we used earlier in an earlier scene to get the old West train up to 88 miles per hour. Regardless, we need you to clean it for our next shot. I'll leave it to you. You know what you're doing, and thanks a lot. All right. I mean, I guess I go off the impression that I know what I'm doing, but the reality is I have superpowers, so that's how I know what to do. Continue. Now I need to get specifically flux capacitor particle class. So flux capacitors, AB flux capacitor. Huh. I, for some reason, thought this would be easy to find, but I just realized I actually have no idea where it is on the train. I've seen the movie, but I don't think I've seen the flux capacitor on the train in the movies. Huh. Nothing that screams at me saying that it is what it is, but there is a picture of it. Ah. Okay. That was a little more. Oh, hello again. Okay, I think this is all I need to clean. It's all in one spot. What's missing on here? Wait. What? So. There we go. What makes time travel possible. I mean, I guess for the sake of the movie and stuff, sure. But even with that being the thing making time travel possible, that's not actually how time travel would work, I don't think. Also, it's more like a flux capacitor, like what actually is it? Like what's it made up of? I don't know if that's ever mentioned. I do know that they don't need nuclear fusion, like nuclear parts, lack of a better word, and what's the word I'm looking for? Garbage in like a future along the way timeline, but yeah, not too sure how that relates to what a flux capacitor actually is. I could be wrong, of course, but just thinking about it, like logically, like what is a flux capacitor made of? I don't know. Because I can't remember if it's said in the movie. It's been a while since I've seen Back to the Future. It's been a really long time. Okay. This is a train. This might actually take a little longer. No, this is the last place, right? Actually, I'm going to double check. Look at trophies. Usually has the information there for me. Yeah, this is the last part of the DLC. Theory it shouldn't take that long, but I mean, I'm comparing it to the final thing in the SpongeBob SquarePants DLC. I thought it wouldn't take long, and that took like hours. So I'm wondering this is going to be the same, where I say, yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to take longer, but it takes me hours. Sort of basing it on the amount of money that I'm getting for it as well. Like, yeah. Okay. That's the thing. Okay, I think I've come up with the way to do this. I'm going to go on the back to the front. So I'll start at the back of the train and then go down to the front and I'll clean it. Like in that sort of an order. That seems like it's probably the best way to go about this. I could be wrong, but that feels like it's the best way to go about it. Then we'll go ahead and clean this all up. Okay. I'm tired. No, not tired, but like tired. I feel like I've done a lot today. I'm kind of just like tired. That kind of tired. I have no idea if that makes any sense actually. But yeah. Okay. Get this one as well. As much as we can anyway. And cleaning this wheel, which, by the way, did not know this is what train wheels actually looked like. I don't know why, but I, for some reason, imagined something like a tank wheels, and as I say that out loud, I realize, why did I think that? Because that makes no sense. But I don't know, I just didn't expect, I expect, no, it's this thing in the middle, like that I didn't expect to see. Like that is strange to me for some reason. But now that I say it, like it makes sense, and it's just, I don't know, strange to like think about, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, cleaning this as much as I can. And oh, no, nothing wrong with it. Okay. Need to get the front wheel here. The front back wheel, anyway. Although I guess this is supposed to be a time machine, right? So technically it wouldn't have a front or a back. And it can fly. There's a game by Telltale Games, Back to the Future. That was a good game. I recommend you play that, by the way. Just the Telltale games in general. They have like all their stuff's really, really good. But I remember the ending of it, and it reminded me of a episode from Family Guy. Like I'm about to talk about that, but then I'm realizing there might be spoilers, so I don't really want to like delve into it. It's kind of old though. Although at the same time, when it comes to video games, there's backlogs of stuff everywhere, and it might just be in somebody's backlog, and I don't want to like ruin the story of it, even though it's directly related to what I'm cleaning. The Family Guy episode, not as bad to probably mention, but since I've mentioned it's in relation directly to Back to the Future, I can't mention that without potential spoilers for people who care about that stuff, and I don't want to do spoilers on shit. I don't want to be that kind of a dickhead, because I hate it when stuff's spoiled for me, so I don't want to do that to somebody else. Oh, I remember playing through Plague Tale. Awesome game. Highly recommend it. Plague Tale games are fucking amazing. But I remember playing through it, the second one, and I was having a lot of fun with it. This dude fucking jumps into chat and tells me the ending. And I'm like, Tom, I really hope you're fucking trolling me and didn't fucking tell me what's going to happen at the end. Otherwise, I'm going to block you. And I'm pretty sure he's still blocked from chatting to me over on Kick. Because fuck that guy. I hate spoilers. If it wasn't, like, if it's not I don't know, if it's like not a story heavy game, I don't care. But play games were really story heavy, and yeah, it just sort of really sucked that he ruined it. I mean, so there was a another part in Plague Tale, the first one. Now, there's this particular part of the game. I'm not going to go into any details, so I don't need to worry about spoilers. But it's like really emotional, like huge emotional impact to the game for someone who's like playing it. And you know, it's supposed to, you know, like make you sad. However, the part right before that is really, really difficult, and I died over and over. So by the time I finally like got through and got that sad scene, I was fucked off because it was really hard to get through, and I was happy that I finally got through it. So it kind of ruined the emotional impact of that particular scene for me personally, just because of the difficulty before that. And I feel like, you know, maybe don't put such a difficult thing in the game before having something that's supposed to be like a huge emotional impact. And they did a great job with the second game. And then I had this fucking asshole come in and fucking say, hey, this happens. And that just fucking ruined it for me. So I love the Plague Tale games. Like, they're really, really good. But like both of them, in a small form, like I'm not going to say it's like it was a huge thing, but like they were the emotional impact where I might have cried was ruined because of annoying gameplay at one part, and then the other part just some fucking asshole spoiling it for me. That sucked. Really sucked. I hate spoilers. There's shit that I like actually don't want spoilers for. Hate those. I fucking hate that guy. So anyway, my point is that I am going to do my best not to spoil things in other games and franchises that you may or may not have seen. I don't care if whoever's watching doesn't care about it. There might be somebody else who watches in the future who does care about it. I don't want to be that guy who ruins shit. Although I guess if I go ahead and say something like spoiler warning for blah, then it's probably okay. I guess, I don't know. This like dirt looks like actual like dirt that you find in the ground, like in a garden. This looks like garden dirt, the way it's like sort of caked on. I don't know why that popped in my head when I saw it, but it did. Speaking of dirt, does anyone like remember, I think it's mud pies, and you like had them at school, and it's basically a mud in the shape of a pie, and for some reason people ate it at school. And like I've like fully remember like people eating it because they were trying to be cool or whatever, or what, or you know, just something you did too. I can't remember. Kids are stupid. I was a stupid kid. I think I ate it. But like thinking about it, you were fine. Like, yeah, it might have tasted like a bit disgusting, but you were fine to eat that dirt. However, if you do that as an adult, you get sick as hell. I was just wondering, like, what's the difference between that? Because they say when you get sick, you know, like with the whole COVID thing going around, right? Basically, the people that were most at risk were children and the elderly. However, you can't go ahead and eat a fucking mud pie as an adult because you will absolutely get sick. Maybe part of it isn't the fact that you get sick, but it'll make you sick. You're not supposed to make you sick, and when you're like a child, you don't have that knowledge of, oh shit, this can have so many diseases and stuff. Or maybe this might not be, but it's possible. Like groundskeepers at schools just know kids are going to eat the dirt, so they like have toxic free dirt or something. But that seems kind of unrealistic considering, well, I don't know. It seems a little unrealistic to me. It seems like a good idea and stuff. But, oh, Alex, script supervisor. Oh, you got a promotion. I don't know about you, but this is exactly how I'd expect a time machine to look if it were made by an inventor who traveled into the future before becoming stuck back in 1885. I mean, sure. Oops, sorry, I think that might have been a spoiler. I don't think Back to the Future movie can be spoiled at this point. Like, I'm sure everyone's seen it. Oh, no, not everyone's seen it. Babies wouldn't have seen it. and potentially kids. But I feel like it's so part of like pop culture that people just know stuff about it. Maybe? I don't know. That's a huh. I did not consider that. I didn't think about it until you brought it up. Oh, I mean, like I know one of the DLC cleaning things is Warhammer, which I know is quite popular among people. I haven't even played it though. I know bits and pieces of it about it because, well, I played Warhammer 40k Space Marine. I think that's the name of it. But that was a while ago, so I can't remember everything. And also my coworker plays it a lot, so I know there's some stuff around it. And there's two different types of Warhammers as well. There's like one where it's kind of like a high fantasy setting, and then there's another one where it's just basically fights. There might be story related to it, but I'm not 100% sure what that story might be. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm wondering if I can or will need to jump up onto the roof of this. My guess at the moment is probably, but I do not know yet. We'll get in the outside of it first. Then I'll figure that stuff out later. God damn it. I really, really hate the fucking child lock on this. So annoying. Alright. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, I am on something elevated right now, and I don't know what it is. It's like a hillside thingy. Okay. And this. I might climb up this soon. The ladder is like sort of blocking parts, but at the same time it's not. Ah, there's some little weird pieces in here that I've missed. Ah, there. I forgot about my dirt vision. My superpower. Because as PowerWash Man, I have superpowers. Do I have a secret identity? No. Because your secret identity would be like your day job, and this is my day job. Okay, I'm a little tired. More tired than I anticipated myself to be. That's fine though. Just a little yawny. Alright. Oh, clean the front there. There we go. And that up there. Oops. Alright. Now, can I look and see if I missed anything in particular here? Oh, little few things here. Then the side of this if I can. Or side of it, the front of that. If I can. Along the edges and I think that's it now. Alright. Climb up. Yeah, I can absolutely go up to the top of it. Why am I stuck? Okay. Why is this not clean? Okay. Where to start? I guess this would probably be a place to start, right? Oh, yawn. I don't even like think I'm that tired. It's just strange. Ah, ah. Well, hmm. All right. So, time travel. Since this game is literally having me clean the frickin' time machine. Thinking about time machines, if I were to have one, right? Or if you would have one, what would you want it to be? Like, shapes like and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't go with the train. Yeah, I mean, it might look cool or whatever, but it doesn't quite seem, I don't know, correct for a time machine. And I can't think of a better word than that. Like, what is correct for a time machine, you know? It's not as if they're real. But, you know, if you had to choose what it looks like what would you go with? Like, what sort of vehicle or device, I guess? 'Cause there's a whole bunch of ones. There's obviously a TARD. Okay, a lot of these are probably going to be sort of from um, Doctor Who, but there's like a TARDIS. So that's like a... Actually, no, TARDIS is basically in anything you want sort of box. You just need to put it next to something that you'd like it to be, like, and break the chameleon circuit. Yes, probably be the way to go. Okay. Oh, okay, so that is related to the entire thing. You did not know that. Oh, wait. As in all of it's done? No. I didn't think so. I was like, wondering what the hell. Hmm. Okay, I might actually need to fucking get off the ladder and move it slightly to shore. That works, I guess. Okay. Then spend time. Okay. Alright. So we can get the stuff on the side here. Suppose. Okay, not like fully done everything along the side. I wasn't sure. I mean, like the entire thing. It does not. So it must just be like the. I don't know, exhaust things. Right, so yeah, what would I want my fucking time traveling device to look like? Okay, so it'd be something that I'd have to be able to use and stuff. So it can't be like a car, I can't drive. And it wouldn't be a train because that feels like I'd always have to go along train tracks and that would be kind of crappy. Oh, and you'd want something that you can sort of use everywhere. So a flying train does make sense in that situation. But, a TARDIS would probably be a really, really good item to choose, I guess. But, like, if the chameleon suit breaks, it's not exactly hideable, and that's has a whole lot of other benefits that you'd want along with it, but let's just think about those benefits. I think a TARDIS is basically just a white box. Like, I think that's what they sort of appear like in the TV series, when they're not like chameleon circuited, and so they're kind of generic looking because they're supposed to be, because they're supposed to take on other forms. So also TARDISes like provide you with everything that you need as well. They, like have food and shit. So I mean, if you want, it's like a multi-function tool. But let's not go with TARDIS. Let's just go with pure time travel device or vehicle of some kind. So another one I know of is, this is from Doctor Who, but like a watch that you wear. I think that's what Harkness had. And then there's also one of those in Deadpool. There's a phone booth, which I'm now realizing is kind of like Doctor Who. There's this police box. But there's like a phone booth, I think, from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which I really need to watch the sequel of that at some point. There's also a movie based on a book called The Time Machine. It kind of looks like a... I want to say it's like a bobsled. I don't know how else to describe it. There is that. So no, I'd probably go with something like compatible, like small. Compact. That's what I mean. Compact. It's kind of something, maybe something like a wristwatch or a ring, like a time ring. That's Dragon Ball Super, I'm pretty sure. Or just Dragon Ball in general. Also, potentially fucking Adventures because of the time stone. Or just like a machine you just sort of have and it does time travel-y stuff. I do not know. What type of thing I'd go for personally. Well, I don't know. I don't have anything. I mean, I don't even know if I'd want to time travel. I would go to the future, see what happens, sure. But, I mean, I would really want to go for stuff that happens after my death just to see, like, what happens. But, I don't know. And what would I want to see? Oh, I don't know the answer to that question either. Like, there is stuff that I would obviously want to see, but, like, something different from, like, normal shit. Not really. I also wouldn't want to actually see anything in particular. I just want to see what the world is like. But putting my own wants and desires on what I want to see doesn't really apply there. So I feel like I say what I want to see doesn't really accurately depict the fact that I just want to see shit. And I don't give a shit. Because the world is what it is. I'm not going to be alive at that point, so I'd look at it after I'm around, so it doesn't really matter. It's going to look like what it's going to look like. Just I don't see what I want to see. Doesn't mean that what I want to see doesn't exist. It's further along the timeline or something. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Time travel is sort of confusing as well. Like the way it works and stuff. Because, like, it's only... Wait, is it? Yeah, as far as I know, it's only, like, theoretically possible. Also, technically, it's super possible. We're all time traveling right now. We just happen to be traveling forward in time, as opposed to another direction. I'm thinking about that. I wonder what it'd be like to... Obviously, if like forward in time, and then back in time, they're the obvious. But what's like sideways in time? Would it literally just be like you're in the present, but you don't advance forward through reality at all? But I feel like that'd technically be a time stop, which not the same thing. I have absolutely no idea. That just thought popped into my head. Like, I wonder what that would be. And I do not know the answer. Because I don't know if anyone's asked that question themselves, so I haven't come across it online. I don't have like the knowledge or the mathematical skill to work out the equation to answer it that way. Not even a matter of having a lack of knowledge on how to do math in that scenario. It's more I wouldn't know what to do math on. Which is, yeah. Actually, what would math be on stuff? Because like I'm thinking about it for a moment, right? So, to be like a theoretical physicist and all that shit, right? You need to have good math. But like, what are you actually mathematizing? Because it's all sort of theory. And you can't like start some stuff just cannot be proven at the moment with our current, capabilities, right? So you come up with theory. Come up with these theories and for them to be, considered legitimately, you have to have like a degree, like physics or theoretical physics or whatever. I think it's kind of stupid in a way, considering I feel like a lot of it would just be like game theory math or chaos theory. It'd just be guess if this worked this way and then this did this, then you get this result. And if it's not math that you can actually do to prove it one way or the other, then you'd just be sort of guessing at everything. So that would make it chaos theory. I think it's chaos theory or game theory. If you're guessing at the math of it, thinking, oh, this might work in this scenario, let's go ahead and go with this framework because it works and it fits what I'm trying to say at the moment. And then, get peer reviewed and they look at it through the same one because they get told to. I know it doesn't work like that, but think of like a worst case argument it does. I'm tired. I'm quite tired. I don't even know why. Alright, I'm just having a look at something on Malvor. So, I've cleaned that, not cleaned that, I've crafted that corundum. Okay. Create that one. That'll do. Alright. Back to cleaning this area. Clean that dirt. Oh, that was a nice fall. This is actually a really, really nice place to be in. I was about to swear, thinking, shit, I've landed bad, but no, this is actually pretty sweet. Okay. And get this little wee spinal area. Spinal area, sure. Okay. Go along here, spinal. Kind of afraid to move from my position at the moment because it seems like a really good place to be in. But I know that I'm going to have to so I can get other spots. Which is kind of annoying. But oh well. Oh, nice. Okay, go ahead and get this. Yes? No. Alright, I'm going to have to move. Okay. That ain't so bad. Can I just... There we go. Then a little bit there. Okay. Oh, underneath needs cleaning. Actually say that. Oh, and the other day, this one as well. Okay. Then there we go. Let's see. Anything else that I can see? Okay. I'll get this part done. Ah, right, of course I clean the outside of it. Okay. Then, okay, let's do that. Probably not easier. Interesting. There must be stuff underneath if that's not clean. Or something that I'm missing. And only one side of that seems to have cleaned itself. Okay. So shit, there's a lot of flicks right there. Okay. I think that's that we're done from what I can do. There we go. Okay. Now this area. Oh. Fuck. Maybe I am tired. Maybe I just have like accumulated exhaustion catching up with me. I mean, it might make sense in a weird way. Anyway. Okay. Then this and that. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright, okay. This looks like a clock to me. Like a clock face. But it's a window, I know that. But I don't know, it just reminds me of like a clock face. It's like that'd be like 12, that'd be like 2, that'd be like 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12. Totally reminds me of one. Maybe it is a clock face. That makes sense, I guess. And because, you know, it's like a time traveling fucking train, so the fact that they have like a clock on there would make sense for a clock face. Like a nod to those in the know. Yeah, this is a time machine. We have the clock face without clock hands on it because we travel through time, so time is meaningless, I guess. How would sleep work? That'd be interesting. And like math, like because I remember Doc has Clara, it's his wife, and they have a kid. Which, by the way, how old is Doc Brown? Because like they have kids, and women can't have kids over the age of, and I mean they can have kids, but I mean without medical complications and stuff. Also, the fact that they go through menopause. Like I think like the safest sort of age is 40-ish, and that's sort of when it starts to be a little bit dangerous to have children. I think menopause usually starts at around that age, maybe 45. I'm speaking from not experience, but experience because like you know I have I have a mum and an auntie, and they've both gone through menopause, and I think they're around about not quite 40, but around in their 40s when they started going through it. So I am lowballing it as well because like not everyone's the same and all that stuff. But like thinking about it, I'd say she's what 30, Clara, and 30 in her 30s, and Doc's what like fucking 80. That's just weird. Now that I think back on it. And I remember like the original draft of the movie, like the reason that Marty even knew the Doc was basically because so they changed it. They changed the reason. I think the original reason was something like he was a drug dealer, and he went to the Doc because he had drugs. So it was basically a less than wholesome reason that they were buddies. It was basically purely sort of like business type of stuff. Doc did it because he needed money to fund his research, and Marty did it because, well, teenager, stupid, wanted money. But what the hell was I going with that? I can't remember. All right, schooling. I think I just got sidetracked. Like, how would schooling work? Because, like, you go to school now and you learn things that you didn't learn when I was at school. Because the world changes. The way you learned definitely wasn't the same. Certain things would have been there, like, it'd be the same like history. Potentially geography? I don't really know. I didn't really do geography. I suck at it. And I do know, like, stuff changes. But, like, you go in, you're getting taught math, and you, like, say you went to school, and, I don't know, 1,000 years from that class, and they're going on about some sort of math thing, which, is fine. But, like, in the future, they like find something a bit better. Or they don't actually know what they're talking about, because they just use calculators for everything. Which is actually kind of funny. I remember being asked at school, this was a common question back when I was a kid. They were like, maths, just like, you have to learn this stuff because you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket when you're an adult, like, all the time. And, like, every single kid from that generation has a calculator in their pocket. There's a phone, dude. Also, calculators seem to be pretty handy, no matter where you go. Just, if you ever, like, need one for whatever reason, just go into a retail store. Like, seriously, they have calculators nearby to help out, I don't know, sort of math they need to do. Like closing tells, stock, stuff, depending on if their computer does it or not. But, everyone also, like, has a computer inside their business. They probably have a smartphone of their own, so yeah, calculators are pretty handy. Also, you could always just get an abacus. Don't do that. I like it. Abacus. An abacus could technically work. You just need a quick and easy calculator. Well, I say quick and easy. I guess it's quick and easy to, like, build on. Maybe? I don't know. Actually. But yeah, ways schooling changes over decades, not to mention centuries and millennia. How would dogs raise his kids? Oh yeah, that's right. I was going on about his age. How young his wife must be. How old he is, and then that's supposed to. Anyway, but oh. Wait, that makes things easier. Well, sort of. Okay, sky cap, skylight clean. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Fucking shit. So, let's see, how long have I been streaming for? Hour. Okay, I think that's pretty sweet. Like, I've basically not really filled it with dead air at all. I've been sort of chatting the entire time. Always had something to say. I'm getting better at this, I'd say. But doesn't mean that I don't hit a wall in. I'm like, I ran out of things to talk about. I'm not too sure what to say now. Which is kind of weird because, I don't know, I'm very chatty and open at work. Like, I can talk for hours on end about random shit. But I don't. Maybe it just feels like that. Or maybe it's because, like, topics change and stuff. And I know when I'm streaming at the moment, it's just not exactly the same. And I don't have that same jump from one subject to another the same way that I do at work sometimes. I feel like that could be part of it. Another part might just be I'm a little bit tired at the moment, so I can't really think of anything. At the same time, I am thinking of stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's just not as poppy, for lack of a better word, as it could be, or is when I'm at work and just like chatting. I know, I say words and they sound like they are words that go into a conversation. They sound good, but at the same time, I'm not too sure what the hell. Let's see. By the way, what the hell is this thingy? It was with all the fucking horns. Like, I feel like some of the things on this time machine just aren't necessary. Because, like, what the hell are they? Also, who designed it? Like, who thought a time travel machine would look like this? A time travel machine? A time machine. Also, now that I've said it, why are they called time travel machines? It just sounds so ridiculous. Okay. I get this, I can. Alright, I'm gonna need to get areas on this I haven't got yet. Then grab that, clean along bucket jet, go down, grab the edges, clean along this area here, down, go down again, there we go, clean along this, if I can. Okay, sure, that works. Oh, there's underneath of it all. I did not see that. Am I actually stuck when I was trying to move there? Okay. This is interesting. I got it. I wasn't too sure what I was going to for a moment there. Okay. Let's see. Tachyon pulse spiral. Okay. So that kind of makes sense. Now I know what it actually is. Tachyon pulse. Oh my god! There we go. Alright, clean. Okay, this looks like a cylinder of some kind. Like a hot water cylinder. Or like a... not a hot water cylinder, so you see them in like movies and stuff in the States where they have like a water tank. Yeah, like a water tank on a roof. That's what this sort of reminds me of. I wonder if it contains water. I mean, I don't know what's in a frickin' tachyon pulse thing. Water could be used inside of it. I mean, like, why not? That makes as much sense as a thing that looks like a snake spinning around a circle and calling it a tachyon thingy. Just a sand dome. Okay. I was close with the water tank. It's a sand tank. It's kind of like a hourglass, which actually makes sense considering hourglasses for some reason are in... not for some reason, but they're like clocks. Or countdown timers. It's an old way of telling the time. Or at least telling how much time had passed, not necessarily what the time directly is in that moment. Okay. I'm at the front of it. Okay, so I'm actually pretty close on finishing a few things there. I didn't realise. Okay. Well, potentially pretty close anyway. Okay, I can't quite crouch up at the moment because I keep falling off. So I'll just get this done. Do like the side parts if I can get at. Then I'll do the upper part later. And I should be able to get some of those parts up the top that I can't get because I keep falling off from the side like this. Eventually anyway. The window wire frame. Okay, got you. And I need this one as well. And along there. This one I'm going to change to... I'll go with the long extension a little bit, actually. Really put that in there. Okay, I'm going to go extra long extension just because I like it. Whoa. Well, that's only for the top parts. Oh, no. So I'm doing the closey bits. Get the bottom part done here. That's probably a bit of a better idea to do. Side of it. There we go, nice and clean. And then, there we go, then the wheel. Yeah, this is more like what I thought a freaking train wheel looks like. Over that. Bloody hell. Also, how, actually? Because this doesn't seem like it would rotate, unless these rotate. No. How do these work? Actually. They look like they rotate, unless it's sort of like a rotating bit and everything else sort of holds it in place. But yeah, basically crane wheel is basically what a tire is, but without the tire on it. You know, makes sense. These metal spokes would probably be to help with weight distribution. You can't just have the circle on it, you need stuff reinforcing it. Otherwise it's just like full or whatever. Okay. Right. Then along this. Okay. Go. Then some of this stuff, it's just really difficult to get into because it's constantly changing your angle to get at it. So I see why it's might take a little bit of time, but at the same time be like this smaller number of things and other stuff. Go ahead, get up there, clean this. Okay, I am enjoying this game, and I'm going to like keep playing until I finish it. But it's not really jam-packed with action for me to react to for the sake of chatting, which is fine, considering this is more of like a nice relaxing game, but for the sake of like being entertaining all throughout the stream, the game isn't giving me much to go off on here. Oh, door hinge clean. It's all basically me being creative and shit, which is fine, but at a certain point, you sort of don't know what to think of because you've been, yeah, and then you sort of have to repeat what you've said earlier, which is also fine because, you know, constantly saying something, it has a twofold, you know, effect. One, reinforcing what you said for people who have watched for a bit and they're like reminded of it. It also helps with new viewers coming along and stuff that they haven't heard. But there's also the fact that you have to keep track of what you said earlier, which I probably won't do a great job of. But I guess that could also add to the comedy of it, right? So like playing through, getting creative, you know, I'm PowerWash man, right? And like keep up with that. And I have changed my origin story several times in this game. Because I was like looking back at shorts and I'm like, and I remembered something that I said in the stream after that, and I'm like, huh, my origin story completely fucking changed. And I thought that was funny because yeah, that happened, but it also doesn't matter too much because it's fun and enjoyable. Well, at the same time, like by repeating like certain things is fine. I don't really want to repeat other things that aren't related to other things, I guess, unless I'm directly asked about it. I don't know, I'm just going through like a weird thought process at the moment, so I'm just sharing that out loud with whoever, with whatever, just like, I don't know, talking out loud. It's like I've, you know, mentioned what I've done today, right? And stuff, and like I could absolutely repeat myself there, so you know I constantly have something to say, but I feel like with what I just said, for people who may have been watching, or even, you know, if you're watching this as a VOD, it's kind of like repeating myself unnecessarily. Oh, Alex, script supervisor, dude who got promoted, has said, looks like you're nearly done, so I just wanted to say how great it's been having you on set. Oh, 80%, okay. But you know, so I don't really want to repeat myself in that fashion. Unless someone directly asks, of course. I literally have no idea how you store all that water in that backpack of yours. Holy shit! That's a really, really good fucking point that I had not considered until you mentioned it, honestly. You and Jorgira in another of these moves said even further into the future. That's a fucking excellent point. How the fuck do I get all the water for what I need to do? Like, that is not something that I've thought about at all until you just brought it up now. Like, how the fuck? Yeah, nah, it's confirmed. I have fucking superpowers. I am Power Washer Man. I have superpowers. Like, fucking bringing up water from nowhere, fucking jumping off high fucking areas and having absolutely no injury. Fucking water creation out of fucking nowhere. Like, yeah, absolutely. Power washer guy is an absolute fucking superhero. Nope, not even a superhero. He just has fucking magical powers. Like, that's a really good fucking point that I had not considered, which is annoying me because I was going on about having superpowers and shit, and I never even considered where the fuck the water comes from. Because, like, I'm like not connected into a hose, like, at all. Like, there's no hose behind me. There's no freaking area where it could possibly be plugged into. Yeah, no, absolutely fucking superpowers. Some sort of magical bullshit is going on. And I can't believe I didn't consider it before. But the question is, would it be magical superpowers, which, yeah, or would it be some sort of advanced sci-fi tech? I feel like maybe advanced sci-fi tech, because look at this thing, right? That is what my power washer looks like. Power washers do not look like that in real... actually. No, they sort of do. No, I take that back. They do kind of look like that, actually. I take that back. They do kind of look like that. Not quite the same sort of color. Well, not the one that I have, and things, but okay. No, maybe. Oh, I mean, the coloring of it kind of makes it look like a sci-fi gun, I guess. So maybe the whole water generation, maybe it is some sort of weird, like, tech thing. Maybe it makes sense, but like with that thought in mind, like how would it be grabbing the water? Would it be like storing it in like a little wee pocket dimension inside of the little wee gun, or would it be pulling water out of the atmosphere? Some sort of weird like water grabbing converter thingy? Or no, if it did that, then there'd be adverse weather effects and it'd be very dry where I... Oh, wait, would it be dry? No. Potentially dry. But since I'm spitting the water back out... No, because I'm spitting the water... Oh. How does that work? So... I don't know. Not a scientist. So I'm going to run this on some, I don't know, logic-based math, and the logic will fit to me, so it could be wildly inaccurate. But, so the water comes out, right? It spits back. You can see it sort of spitting back there. I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen when you can't see me point, but I'm pointing at where this water's spitting back there, right? So the water's technically getting spat back into the air and it's going onto this, and you go through and the water sort of disappears straight away. Sort of evaporates away. It's not evaporating away. Maybe it does stay. No, yeah, it does. So it sort of like evaporates away, right? So maybe the water that is in this, it is pulling it directly back into like the water pressure gun, and that's how it's working. But you would have to pull some initial moisture out of the air. Nah, that wouldn't work, because in that case I'm introducing moisture into the area. That doesn't matter actually. But I'm leaving the water back as... No, I don't think that works. Not with the way that I'm thinking about it. It's hard to verbalize the way that I'm trying to explain it as well. Okay. But it makes sense. It'd be the only thing that really makes sense. I'm pulling water from the atmosphere. It's going... No, that's why it wouldn't work. I would run out of water from the atmosphere. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever used a dehumidifier, but I have. And it takes like ages for it to fill up water with the water that's around you. Like, it's just like sucking water out of a room. Yes, I'm outside. But, you know, there wouldn't be enough water for it to be sucked in for it to do that effectively. Unless you're at like a swimming pool. But then like there'd be no water in the swimming pool, I guess. So no, it can't be pulling water out of the atmosphere because there's not enough water for that. Also, there would definitely be adverse like environmental effects like storm clouds and shit could potentially here also be really, really dry, which would not be great. And I'm wearing like a full-on power washing suit, so it'd be really uncomfortable to wear. So it would have to be a different way of pulling water from the atmosphere. Pulling water from somewhere, not necessarily atmosphere. So I would have to, maybe it's kind of like a, like a water, trying to think of it, like a wireless water thing. So I have like a water tank, right? And say it's at my home, like in game. It's like this water tank. And it wirelessly connects to that water tank and pulls it into the gun. No, because then I'd run out of water. So maybe it connects directly to the ocean, but then the ocean... actually, would that be a significant amount for the ocean levels to drop down? No, because then I'd be pulling water away from a different part of the world, so that can't work either. So it would have to be some sort of... Okay, this is a bit extreme. But what if the way that I have water is I have a device at home, right? And it is literally destroying and creating universes, and I am pulling water out of that. An infinite supply of water, like my freaking... No, that wouldn't work. So it has to be superpowers. Like, scientifically, how would this work? I'm trying to... With my current understanding of science, which probably isn't the greatest, I feel like pulling water from somewhere else on the planet could potentially work, say, the ocean. But I feel like in that particular spot in the world, considering how much I fucking power wash and how much water I potentially fucking waste, I would probably, like, decrease water levels in certain parts of the world. So, and that would be noticeable. And I'm pretty sure someone would say something to me, unless water, I pull water from, like, say, the fucking ocean, right? Goes through my water gun, goes onto this, and then it goes back to the ocean with, but then that means that it would be magical water. You can't really do that. Nano machines? Nanobots, maybe? Yeah, I don't know how that one would work. And I just genuinely don't know enough about it to be able to use that as an explanation. Yeah, kept it more clean. Now, it would have to be some sort of hydrokinetic power ability. But it can't be hydrokinesis, because then I could just be like, water, come down, and clean it that way. So it would... No, it wouldn't be... Unless it's like fucking D&D spell where it's like water cup. I can't remember if that's actually the name of it. But like you can gather water, but only in a certain place. So maybe not. Magic doesn't seem to work either. Because if it was magic, I feel like I'd be able to do it in an overpowered way. So it'd have to be some sort of sciencey way. Although, at the same time, I do seem to have, like, superpowers in the game with, like, just being able to tank incredibly high falls. But science could explain that away as well. Somehow. I don't know how, but I wear a suit, and maybe it's there's some sort of special shock absorbers or something for when I fall from high places. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I am trying to think of a way for this to work with my current understanding of science and stuff, and even with like magical superpowers, but I can't really think of anything at the moment, and I'm trying to. Like, I'm actually trying to think of a way to make this work. Also, the cleaning liquids. That one does run out, so the ability does not apply to cleaning liquids. It's purely just water. So, some sort of infinite water generation. But at the same time, if it is infinite water generation, then there's a potential issue with No, I fucking got it. I can't believe I didn't think of this. It's freaking normal, ordinary, like, thingies. Yep, that was words that I said that did not make sense. Like, hold on, I'm just setting up something in Melville to create. I need headless arrows. Okay. But it's like, fucking, I'd just be, where do we normally get our water from, right? For like this stuff. I don't actually know. But it's like in taps and shit, right? That's fucking it. I fucking figured it out. It's a subspace. Okay, I don't know the words. It's like a thingy. So that made no sense. Okay. Right. So can I find an example on the train of what I'm trying to make? Okay. So say this here. Nope. Where's something that looks like it could be used for a good example. Okay. Yeah, that. So say like this, right? This here is the tap, right? You plug in like a water, the things that you plug in the bottom taps, the hoses. You put that into there. I cleaned something else cool. And then that is connected to this, to my power washer, say from the back of it. And the water and that's how the water's going in. It goes through like a dimension or something, and that is how I am able to power wash without being near water. It's advanced technology. That is the answer. So, I have advanced tech. Purely for power washing, and doesn't seem to be for anything else. Because, as far as I know, this world has not come up with a solution to water being everywhere. Oh, yeah, speaking of water being everywhere, there was like this YouTube video, I guess. It was about Mr. Beast, and he had like a new charity stream. He did the Team Trees, Team Ocean. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, and he was doing one for water. And, there was a lot of hate from other people saying, oh, hey, he was pressuring people into giving money. And, he hit his goal. And, he kept going and extending the goal. And I saw this, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. But one of the things that had him do it, right, was he was on stream with I can't remember her, so I can't remember names. I think it was the XQC. I'm not too sure. But they were basically discussing, hey, let's go. And Miss Best was like, hey, yeah, I'll do a 24-hour stream to hit, to hit a certain amount of money for the charity. And that goal was like 6 million or something like that, right? They hit that goal in less than 24 hours. And then, Mr. Beast extends it. However, I'm seeing a lot of hate on him saying for the extension, they hit the goal and they extend it. I'm seeing a lot of hate on it for that particular reason. And I'm just thinking, the original thing that was suggested, and I don't think it was him that suggested, was stream for 24 hours. So, they hit the goal. And I think it was like really quick, so I don't know exactly how long. They hadn't streamed for 24 hours at that point, so if you have gone ahead and said, hey, let's stream for 24 hours to hit this goal, and you hit that goal in less than that time, wouldn't it be like, why don't you just like go for longer? And increase your targeted goal. I mean, that just makes sense. You gave yourself a certain amount of time to hit a goal. You hit that goal in less time. You extend that goal because you've dedicated that amount of time to achieving that goal. That does make sense to me. And then it didn't go for 24 hours anyway. I think they stopped after like 17 hours. I think that's how long it was. But, you know, like there's all this hate and stuff. And there was this dude who donated some money, right? This came up in the in the 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 video that I watched, right? And like, you know, Mr. Beast like has a Twitter post out saying, "Hey, I raised like I think it was like $12 million for this charity, right?" There's this other dude, right, who, as far as I know, didn't donate a lot of money. I think it was a few thousand. So, you know, a significant amount of money, but considering how much other people donated, not a huge deal. And he's straight up saying, "Oh, hey, what do you mean what do you mean you like fucking raised 5 million? Why not me?" And I saw that, and I'm thinking, one, it's more of a brand recognition thing, right? You see Mr. Beast, you think, oh shit, this dude's giving away money to something, and you know, it's more significant than this random dude who I cannot remember the name of. So he could be a big streamer or a big YouTuber or whatever, but he did like a less than 100K. He might have done more, I'm not too sure. And I'm just thinking, well, who gives a crap? Like, you donated money to charity, you don't need that recognition for it. The only reason Mr. Beast has recognition for it is because he's known for doing that sort of thing, and it's on brand, and it makes sense. The only reason that you want recognition for it is so you can get, like, more fucking social media presence. But you're not going to use that increased social media presence to go on and do more charity stuff. Mr. Beast is going to use that presence to do more charity stuff because that's his whole thing. So it kind of, like, all the people hating on him doesn't make a lot of sense to me, considering it's the type of thing that you'd expect from him at this point. Is he is charity, like, not charity, he is doing charity stuff. He is trying to get as much money for the charity he's doing. He is going to go ahead and hassle people for money. Like, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but it's like on brand for him to do this sort of thing. And, you know, people could have said no. A few people did say no. It's not a huge deal. There was this thing where, like, someone had donated like 15,000, and after he hassled for them, and he said, like, you know, it's such a low percentage, we barely even made a dent in it. And, like, that's true. But he wasn't saying, oh, that dude shouldn't have donated or anything like that. He was just saying, damn, we have such a huge goal. It probably just the way he phrased it. He was basically saying, we have such a huge goal. And that, like, barely put a dent in that goal type thing. That's the way that I saw that particular thing. Like, there's, like, a lot of hate on him for some reason for this, and I don't fully understand why. What I don't see people questioning, which I thought would be a funny thing to question, and for some reason it's not, is how the hell he knows what these OnlyFans are, like, models, and how much money that they make. Like, is he, like, looking up? Like, I would make a joke out of something like that. I wouldn't hate on him for this shit. I'd be like, how do you know about these OnlyFans models, dude? It's just a joke, because, well, that's funny. But, yeah. Just, you know, people are going on, oh, hey, I helped donate X money to this, and I'm not getting any recognition. It's just like, you don't need the recognition. The point of, like, donating to charities isn't for the recognition, it's to help the charities. The only reason Mr. Beast really has any recognition in this space is because that is his whole brand type of thing. Also, I haven't actually seen anything from what the dudes that he was streaming with actually said. So I don't know if they've said anything. They may have actually said something themselves. But, like, as far as I know, like, they could have said, oh, hey, we should end the stream now. And as far as I know, they never did that. So it's all basically third-party complaints about it. And it's like, what the hell? Why? Although, and also the other part of it is what people probably haven't actually really considered, is a lot of it's probably scripted within contacting these creators. So it could be scripted in some way. It could be like, hey, there's a charity stream going on. Be aware that, you know, you might get hassled for shit. So just be aware of that. Like, that could be a thing that's actually going on. You know, it's for the clicks, make it more interesting, all that stuff. I'm not saying that is what happened. I'm just saying that's a possibility as to some of the stuff that went on. But yeah. And I really don't understand why people are like going on about how, oh, was that last thing there? Like how Mr. Beast is all of a sudden evil, going ahead and doing a charity fucking stream, and people are complaining that he's evil now. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How does that make sense? That was a huge ass fucking tangent, wasn't it? I think this is, no, it's not the last one, because otherwise, oh yeah, that's something else. Okay. Run boards. Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't know what a run board is, but then that happened. Cool. Run board flux bands. Oh, of course. Okay. Nope. And that one there as well. Again. Yep. Cab door hinges, cab window awnings, drive rods. Cab door awnings. I think that's these. Here we go. Cab door hinges. Is that a cab door? I mean, out of everything on here, that would be a cab door, right? So, and what's a drive rod? That one? Okay. So I'm going to go over to the other one. Assume that it's along here somewhere. Honestly, not sure on this one. I might actually just go ahead and highlight it in here. Car door hinges. Nothing's glowing. This thingy. Okay. Right, drive rods. I don't know what a drive rod is. Yes I do. Oh, I still didn't know it was called this. Okay. That's not clean. What the hell am I missing? Oh shit. Bye. Or not. Okay, that was neat. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wait, what? Why is time left on that? 4 minutes, 37 seconds. 27 seconds. What? Oh, feathers. That's why. Okay. No. I got it. That's because I'll run out of things. Okay. Alright. Right, that's that DLC done. Another outstanding job. Thank you. I'll admit. I was skeptical that such a thing as a power washer could be good for us. But you've been terrific through the production of all 3 films. I'll put the word out for you. Who knows? There may be more productions in contact with you one day. Thanks a lot. All the best. You're welcome. Now, Specials. What's the next one? Just gonna have a small look at the trophy list. Once it decides to properly load and stuff. Okay. Wait, is there anything? The Rogue Prince of Persia Trophy Guide is out. Firefighting Simulator. Okay. That might actually be kind of satisfying to do like this, but that's not what I was looking for. There's me. There's me in the trophy list. I'll go ahead and refresh trophies. Refresh progress. Midgar. Wait, isn't that fun? It is Final Fantasy. Wait, Tomb Raider. Ah, those ones aren't trophies though, are they? Warhammer 40,000. Alice's Adventures Shrek. Seasonal specials. Midgar. Anyway. Alright. Now, okay, so I've got SpongeBob SquarePants, Back to the Future Special. Warhammer 40,000 is next, okay. Start. $200. Okay. Also, I'll check out the trophy guide for this one. Take 3 to 4 hours speed through. That without focus on trophies because last few jobs were really short, so it shouldn't take long. Okay. Alright. Let's have a look. So I don't actually know anything about this. So where are we? Complete the Thunderhawk. Okay, so they're the complete the jobs. So this one is Land Raider. In the Land Raider job, complete the Ultramarines 2 plaque first. Okay. Blessing of the Machine Right initiated induction. Is this supposed to be like fucking robotic? Or is this supposed to be like preachy? Oh, I'm just gonna no, preachy because it's tech priest, but tech makes me think. Also, maybe sort of AI. Our blessing, not blessing. Fuck's sake. Blessing of the Machine Right initiated induction. Tech priest, I am your superior. Magos Pertinax Pius. Pius? It is to be your sacred duty to cleanse the Imperium's illustrious machines, to appease their machine's spirit and remove any lingering befoulments. To this end, you are to be stationed at Forge Temple 487059. 487 Bark. 48759 under the supervision of Engineer Tyros 656 and allocated an MK2 Aquas Santica Aquabus. Order. Your first assignment, a mighty Ultramarines Land Raider of the Adeptus Astartes awaits your attention, whilst I remain skeptical that a relative novice such as yourself should perform rites on such a venerable vehicle. I am reminded of the words of Archmagus Volcanellus, the iron once forged becomes a sword. Let us hope that this applies to you. Okay. Sure. First thing to clean is Ultramarines 2 black. Oh, okay. So this looks different for a higher power dictators. Okay, it looks neat. Well, actually, before I jump into this, totally wrong buttons there. Am I wearing something special? Yeah, Warhammer 40,000 Tech Priest Engineer Adept. Okay. Alright, so I'm looking for, what is it called? A ultramarine splacto, so clean that one first. Subdivision of the vehicle schematics has been sent to your optic systems. Then I guess I'll go ahead and get the top of this done. Well, then I guess the bottom of it? Yeah. We march for McCrag. Proposal analysis. Detritus may provide vital data on adversarial capabilities. All dirt compositions be screened and logged. Okay. Oh, wrong one. That's the one. That kind of looks like God of War symbol, but upside down. Which, that's another game that I've heard complaints about. The Ragnarok ones, just because God of War is Ragnarok. Kratos isn't a fucking rage monster. Like, he had growth in the story. Why are people complaining? And I mean, like, it's not just fans, like gamers. It's actual, like, people who developed like earlier games are issues with it. I'm just like, what the hell? Why? It's so weird to me. It's like, do you not want your character to grow and be more than what he was? Although I guess part of it was like they had a original idea and it wasn't supposed to go beyond that, and it did, and then they just complained about it. It's just weird. I don't get why. Although I do remember I was watching the Game Awards, and Christopher Judge, long ass fucking speech. That was kind of funny. Speaking of, I did not realize his name because I'm bad with names, but I remember him from Stargate. I'm just like, hey, that's the dude from Stargate. Holy shit, I didn't know he did voices in video games. I was like so surprised. Stargate was awesome. And he was awesome in that as well. Sucks Stargate ended. I quite liked it. I do know, like, people sort of lost interest. I mean, it did last a while, and I do know spin-offs aren't always, like, popular, but it just seemed to all sort of end at the same time, which is weird. Because there was, like, Stargate SG-1, and that just sort of ended. And then there was Atlantis, and that sort of ended. And then there was Stargate Universe, which also it all sort of ended at the same time. Or at least when I watched it. Then again, I watched it after everything was released. But the fact that, like, everything ended, and that just sort of sucked. And they finished off, I feel like they finished off SG-1 and, because they did the movies. I can't remember if they did Atlantis, though. There was Atlantis characters in there, but I don't remember much if they actually finished it off or not. But it kind of sucked. Like, and they did movies for that one, but not the others, because I really want to know what ended up happening in the universe. It ended on such a good cliffhanger. It just sort of stopped, and it sucked so much. Also, this was funny. So I have this regular customer, like, comes in work. He's a cool dude. Basically, just comes in for a chat, and we were chatting about something. And there was this. It was talking about music, right? I can't remember who or what, but he was talking about, and you know, how there was this person who had lyrics, and basically the lyrics were how they admitted to basically killing somebody through the songs. And he was talking about how, so I can't remember exactly what it was saying, but it was talking about that, right? And there's this older lady, and she's like fully agreeing with him, and she's like, you know, in her maybe like 60s, 70s, like she's an older lady, and she was chatting with him, and I don't know if she was just humoring him, but it seemed like she knew what he was talking about and agreeing, and like she stayed there and had a chat with him. It was the strangest thing. Also, the reason I bring this up because I thought it was funny, she was like, oh hey, I want to get one of those, and he immediately just fucking grabbed it. Like there was like no question on his mind. It was just like, oh shit, older lady asked me for something, instead of like getting out of the way, I'm just gonna grab it for her. I just like seeing that. It was the funniest shit. Because yeah, it was just really cool to see, like, always respect the elderly and stuff, and it was just really cool to see that, because he didn't even fucking question it. He just sort of acted on it and did it. But the reason I bring that up was because it's going to lead me to something that I mentioned while, being there and talking with them. So you have people such as complete your work, tech priest, okay. What's his name? Justin Roiland, I think that's his name. Dude who did Rick and Morty, right? He I can't remember what he did, but also Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon was basically found out to have been verbally, just fucking verbally. So he didn't hit anyone, he didn't lay hands on anyone. He just was a perfectionist in his work. And he abused people and just like, hey, you fucking do this. I don't know, actually not said. But I heard he was just very vocal with his words. And he wasn't exactly nice with what he said. Then you have Justin Roiland, who I don't actually fully know what he did. But I think it was something to do with being potentially an abusive partner. Maybe, something like that. And then you also have the whole Johnny Depp thing, right? So you have these guys, right? There are women who do this as well, but I can't think of any female examples. But you have these guys, right? And they do these things. And you have fucking Joss Whedon basically not be able to do stuff anymore, and he creates some really good fucking shows, by the way. I love his shows and his movies. You have fucking Justin Roiland get kicked off of Rick and Morty, and I don't know how. He basically sort of like created the show. And then you have Johnny Depp, who got kicked off Pirates of the Caribbean. Although I have heard that he is coming back to it, sort of after everything. But you have these dudes who nothing to do with like what they fucking did. Like, all the stuff had nothing to do with their work things. Joss Whedon maybe a little bit. He was a bit of a dick, from basically what I heard. But he just basically yelled at a few people. It might have been more than that, but I don't know too much about it, so can't really speak to how bad it was. But he just basically yelled at people. Just normal stuff that you do in a work type situation. Because I've definitely yelled at people. It's not the greatest thing to do, but I've yelled at people. I've been yelled at, especially in school. But who cares? Shit happens. And you have these dudes like get fucking fired from their jobs, and they don't do shit. And it's because oh, it's bad. You shouldn't have these sort of criminals working in these sort of fucking situations. Not realizing that, hey, what are you doing here?
Hey,
Ah, yeah.
I'm off the one.
Okay. Am I looking after Sarah? Do you say... Hold on. So back to what I was saying. Right, so you have like, basically people saying, oh, hey, these guys shouldn't be blah, 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 doing blah, blah, blah. because, you know, they're criminals, all this shit. For one, they aren't. I mean, like, Johnny Depp was, like, cleared of charges, I think. And don't know what's going on with Justin Roiland. And as far as I know, Joss Whedon never went to, like, court for any of this shit, right? So you basically have these people saying, hey, these guys... Oh, there's a fucking scaffold. Like, saying, hey, these guys are evil, blah, blah, blah. They shouldn't be able to do this shit. And they get fired for it, right? Or, like, they aren't doing this shit because, you know, they're not allowed to. Because, you know, people said so. However, you say that these guys can't do this because they're criminals and they did some pretty bad things. Something that a lot of people may not fucking realize. I don't know if anyone remembers, but there used to be like audiobooks before the internet. They were like audiobooks that you could get. You know, the fairy tales and stuff, and you could like read along with the book where you played a cassette tape. I remember I had a bunch of them when I was a kid. You know, there's also just normal audiobooks, but I'll get to those in a moment. A lot of those tapes that you had if you ever like listened to them when you were a kid, or know of what I'm talking about and know of people who've listened to them when they were children, the voices on those on those people on death row, like that, no bullshit, like people on death row were a majority of the people who read those stories. And not just people on death row, fucking serial killers did it. I can't remember who it was, but there was a serial killer who did a whole lot of them because he had a really, really good voice for it. You know, so, you know, you have these dudes doing this shit, right? And like, who gives, and all of a sudden, you know, you have people say something, oh, hey, you're a dickhead at work, and all of a sudden they're not allowed to fucking continue with shit. They haven't even been convicted of a crime, and yet these same people fucking allow I'm not saying that they actually do this, but like allow their kids or whatever to listen to fucking serial killers, or listen to serial killers on their way to fucking work, because like I mentioned, audiobooks nowadays also done usually by people in prison and on death row. A majority of it. It's not really advertised, and it might not be as much as it used to be, and I do realize like AI has probably taken over a lot of it now, but back then, no, it was just fucking people on death row. And it's like, okay, so it's fine for someone who was on death row. You have to do something extreme for that, like fucking kill a bunch of people, hence the term serial killer. Hold on, my vape. Again, fucking, I hate this stupid fucking child safety law. So you like have, like, you know, you listen to criminal, you know, you like have these like people who have done some not nice things, I'd say, but it was outside of their work, right? Outside of their jobs, and they get basically cancelled because of it. But on the flip side, you have actual criminals doing audiobooks, which is kind of huge market of stuff. I'm not saying like stop the people from doing that, because like in my opinion, if you're like creative, right? Like, I mean, hell, fucking what's his name? I think it's Ronald Dahl, like a famous kid book writer guy who might not even just been kid writers. He was like a child porn dude, like, and this is back in like the 1800s or whatever, so it was actually considered normal back then. But you know, his books are still pushed, you know, so it's considered essential reading. Yeah, he had proclivities which we don't approve of in society the way it is today, and I agree that, you know, that it shouldn't be approved of, but it doesn't take away from the work he did, you know. It's kind of the same with this sort of cancel culture and be like, oh, hey, this person shouldn't fucking be working in this industry because he fucking yelled at people. So fucking what? It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, yeah, it maybe should be nicer or whatever, but, like, at the same time, it doesn't really matter because he's created a piece of work which people enjoy, and just because of a few people not liking it, all of a sudden, it's wrong and bad and evil and all this bullshit. And it's just like, it seems ridiculous to me that, people go around spouting, oh, hey, this dude did this thing, so he shouldn't be allowed to do this other thing that's not related to the thing that they did something bad in. I don't get it. I feel like part of it's publicity around whatever that thing is, but I don't think a majority of people, like diehard fans of that shit, don't actually care. Because I know I don't care. Because I don't care about the person who created it. I care about what they created. Because that is what I am showing up for. Like Rick and Morty. Like, I don't care that I don't even know the names of the dudes who did it other than Justin Roiland, and I only know that because of the controversy around it. But, like, I don't know the dudes who created that. I don't care about the dudes who created that. I care about the show because it's cool and I like it. Data recording pilot. I might know a name. I like Jerry. Like, I know him when I hear his voice and stuff. I'm like, hey, that's Jerry from fucking Rick and Morty. And if I hear that enough, I might actually look up his name. Way to reinforce the police and because we were diverted to a distress signal from planet. How strategic. Estimate area. Okay. I do think his name is John Cryer, which might be right, and he was the dude that was in 2.5 Men. I could be wrong about that. I just remember seeing that name pop up, and I feel like that's a dude from 2.5 Men. But I don't necessarily care about their personal lives. Like, I care about the fact that, hey, this is a cool show. You make this a cool show. I don't care what you do in your personal life. It's not going to stop me from watching this show because I like the show. It's just kind of weird the way that sort of works. I feel like I had a point there somewhere, but I got sidetracked from it. I do that sometimes. But, yeah. Oh, and there have been, books and stuff published by, people who are in jail, and they're really, really good bestsellers. I can't name any, but I know that they exist. Maybe not anything recent, because books aren't what they used to be, unfortunately. And there are only really a handful of authors these days that continue with it. Because, yeah, social media sort of taken over. Everything's sort of competing for your attention these days. Which is, yeah. I don't know. I was going somewhere with that, but I completely lost my train of thought. Books not being as big as they once were. Which is true. I mean, so you have a really, really good book series, right? Take Jack Reacher. Good book series. I've read a few of them. Haven't read all of them, but I've read a few of them. Harry Potter. Good book series. Lord of the Rings. Haven't actually read them, but heard good things. Hunger Games, a whole bunch of different movies. The Virgin series, The Maze. I think The Maze Runners was based on a book. You have all of these really, really good books, right? Now it's all kind of converted into TV shows and stuff. I have straight up heard people say about books, yeah, I'm not going to bother reading that. I'm just going to wait for it to be a movie or a TV show. So, books aren't what they used to be. Considering the good ones just become TV shows and then people get interested in it. Not necessarily with everything, but that seems to sort of be the way that books are done these days. And I kind of agree with that because I never knew about the Maze Runner or the Virgin series until the movies came out. Knew about Jack Reacher because, well, I just knew about it. Also, Tom Cruise, absolutely horrible casting pick for Jack Reacher. Alan Rickman, fucking brilliant. And it's not because of any sort of dislike or like the one actor over the other. It's purely because in the books, Jack Reacher is like the 6'5" hulking man of muscle, and Tom Cruise is like 5'4" and not a hulking man full of muscle. It's just bad casting choice purely because of what Jack Reacher is supposed to look like. I actually, aside from that particular thing, I think Tom Cruise did an excellent job in the movie, like good actor and all that shit. But he was just totally wrong for the role. Just absolutely horribly wrong for the role. Just purely because, just the wrong body type, if anything else. It was just, yeah. And he didn't make it work like Hugh Jackman does for Wolverine. Who, by the way, he's too tall for the role of Wolverine. In case people don't know. I feel like everyone sort of knows that at this point, but yeah. But, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, right. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff has sort of been converted into movies, TV shows. The Boys is another one. Which, aside from really, really liking, I like that for the other reason is, like, there are a lot of New Zealand actors in it. Which is really cool to see. A majority of the dudes in that are from like New Zealand. You don't really see that in TV shows, which is really cool. Speaking of, I still need to watch all of Banshee. Oh, thank you, Brain, for remembering that show. Oh, right, that's right. Plex had that whole thing I need to sign in. Continue with email. Sign in. Yeah, I remembered my password. And email. Okay, sign in, please. Sign in. I'm just going to see if Banshee's on here. Remote connection testing. What? Retry. Relay connection or a remote connection. I don't know what that means. Relay connection, remote connection. I'll just go continue. Don't know what that means. I'll just go, that works. Continue. Strangeness. Alright. Search Banshee. S-H-E Banshee. Oh, of course it is. Awesome. Is it all 4 seasons? It is. Cool. I need to watch through that. Anthony Starr. He's a really, really cool actor. A good actor. So much range as well. And, I don't just mean, in what he plays. I mean, if anyone's watched Outrageous Fortune, he, had range of, acting in that, because he played 2 completely different characters, and he played them really well. Played them really well to the fact that I genuinely thought they were 2 different people in real life. Until I actually looked it up and realized, oh shit, nope, both. Oh no, well, I didn't really look it up because it was sort of stated that he was both people in the show, but it was enough to make you double check it, which is what I did. That's more what I meant. Because really, really good actor, really good range. Also, the fact he's from New Zealand, just awesome. I have seen some of Banshee. It's very violent from what I watched, and not violent, as in they actually show, you'll watch a show, right, and it'll be, have violence in it. Fucking The Boys is, pretty violent, right? But this had the violence where it was, and this was before The Boys, where the violence where, I remember someone like punches, snaps his arm. It actually shows the break and the blood and everything, and like you don't really get that. Like it was really really cool just to see, 'cause you don't really see that all that often. But yeah, I want to go ahead and watch through it at some point. I will probably watch through it a little bit after I finish streaming. So why not? Watch through the TV show that I like. This is like taking a while because there are a lot of little mini teeny tiny bits that I need to get at, and I haven't super been focused on getting the little wee teeny tiny bits. I haven't really gone in with this with the plan. I just sort of went through, got some shit, and have been chatting the entire time, which isn't a bad thing. Because, yeah, but probably should, like, I don't know, do something where I'm more focused on cleaning stuff. There we go, hunt the missile launcher thingy. Okay, is this thing done? Nope, there's a little bit there. And head. Alright, I'm going to go down to Stubby. Gun. Okay. Alright. Get that if I can. Left got some of that. Oh. Okay. Alright. Again, there we go. Missile base launch clean. Oh. I'll get the actual base of the tanky tank done, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Oh, get this, I guess. I need to get another drink. So I'm going to do that in a minute. There we go. There we go, top armor clean. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a drink, I'll be back in a moment. Although technically I will still be here because I will be talking. I guess, I don't know. Okay. Do I have something with it? I did. I did not realize that it still had stuff in there. It's finished off now, but I didn't realize I still had like stuff left in there. I may pee since I'm standing up and sort of need a pee. I will mute my microphone. I'll be back in a moment. I am back, and I am going to get my drink. Right. Now, here's something I haven't mentioned in a while, but gets asked on occasion, and I might as well go ahead and mention it since I'm here. My username on... Oh, that looks nice. I have, like, meat burgers for tea. That's not what I was going to say, like, at all. I was just looking at my fridge and saw them. So, my username on YouTube, and everywhere actually. Well, YouTube has a little bit extra at the end. It's got a trophy hunter's journey, which I feel like it needs no explanation because it's kind of obvious, that part. But the first part, Kirakage, that comes from a combination of hobbies, actually. So, originally, way back when I first started, like, YouTube, there were a lot of people, right? Streamers, YouTubers who called their communities things. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And as a huge fan of Naruto, I obviously know about, Land of Fire, Kuni and Kirikure. My pronunciation shit. But, like, that was Land of Water. It came up, and I was thinking, okay, these sound cool. And so I combined it with Kage, basically my community. So obviously didn't go through with this, and I don't refer to my community as a ninja village. But at the time of creating my username on here, that was in my mind. So that's where the Kage sort of comes from, is because a Kage was like the head ninja in Naruto, and I like that. I'm gonna sneeze. I think I'm going to sneeze a second time. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So that's sort of where that comes from. And Kira is because huge fan of Death Note, and it sounds cool. And also Yoshikage Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. By the way, I highly recommend watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I will say, Yoshikage Kira, that arc of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it is kind of slow at the start, but it is so fucking good as it goes on. I highly recommend it, and if you have watched it, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and sort of skipped that because it got kind of boring, go back to it. It gets really, really fucking good, and it's amazing. Anyway, so that's part of the Kira, so it's like a combination of the two. Then basically it has multiple meanings in English. So as much as I hate the Death Note live action movie, I do like the fact that I learnt Kira. I don't know if this is just in movie terms or if it's in real life, because I actually never fact checked it. But in the show, in the movie, Kira is supposed to be Icelandic for light, which was light Yagami, although he was Light Turner in the show. Yeah. But basically, it was a hint at his name, which, sure, when it was supposed to be Kira, is actually slang for killer in Japanese. It's actually slang. It doesn't actually mean killer. But it's basically a combination of those. So basically, my name can translate to basically light in the shadows, or killer in the shadows. I like that. Or shadow of light. A whole bunch of stuff. And I just like the fact that it has multiple meanings. Plus, in my mind, it sounds cool. And also the gaming part, kind of obvious. Gaming channel. Trophy hunting specifically, but gaming. I feel like that's kind of obvious. But yeah, so that's sort of where my username on here comes from. I also have another handle, I guess, which is my PlayStation account. It's Demonic Ruble 18. Although a lot of people think it's Rubble, which is, I think I don't even know if it's I misspelt it, but basically it was a combination of demonic and ruble. Ruble being, at the time, which I got from The Simpsons, being the currency that communists use in Russia and I think Cuba. And then I later realized it was actually rupees, so I used the wrong word, so that's fine. But it was basically, demonic, evil, money, awesome. About communism, ruined. Basically, something that could have been good because of the way it worked, because human greed. So basically, it sort of means money is the root of all evil, and that's basically the translation of it. Also, in my mind, it sounded cool when I created it. But I was like 12, and I've just sort of had it ever since. The 18 part was because I created like a PlayStation account with it before I had a PlayStation, and got the email and password that I used for it. So the 18 was basically how old I was when I created my PlayStation account. Yeah. I like on an actual PlayStation. I even had a new email for it. And I remember what happened. So I did actually have a different email way back then. It was just Red Eyes from Yu-Gi-Oh! And a bunch of variations on that, because I think I had more than one. And I either forgot my password, or I was also really lazy back then and didn't care, but I gave my password out to people so they could do stuff for me that I don't want to do. Like, I remember there was Bebo was around way back when, and I was like, oh, hey, I can't think of a username or anything. Can you please do it for me? I gave it to somebody, and they created me a really, really good profile. Like, they like, was really, really good. I think my username was XXX Ignition XXX. No idea why that specifically, but it looked cool and I was happy. But I did the same thing with my email. I think I was like in an online relationship with somebody, so yes, probably a dude, because it always was back then. But basically, it gave them my email and stuff, and then I never changed my password. But basically, oh hey, I need your email so I can make sure you're not cheating on me. I'm like, okay, sure. I don't give a shit. And yeah, gave them password. So that was fine. I had their password as well. It wasn't a huge deal. Then I can't remember what happened. I blocked them, I think, because they were pissing me off. Like, I can't remember the reason. I was a stupid kid. But yeah, I ended up losing my email because I think they hacked it. They changed the password on me, and I can't remember any of the security questions or answers and stuff. So I sort of lost the email because that. I don't know where the email is now, like who has it or anything. I have emailed it, and I think I got a response, but that was a really long time ago. But yeah, and that didn't really matter all that much because it was just a stupid kid's email account. So it's not as if I had anything on there that was like real. I did lose like all of my email contacts and stuff that I had built up over years on MSN Messenger. Like, I did lose that. That was probably the most annoying thing, because I had all these random people that I chatted to. And people that I, like, that were cool people. Like, I had webcam chats with them, so I knew that they were real. And the person that I mentioned who created my Bebo account way back then, which, by the way, lost my Bebo account, which was kind of annoying. But that person, like, they are from where I live, and I would have liked to have met them because they were really cool. And I remember the job that they wanted to do, and I want to know if they went ahead and did that, because it was a really cool job. And I'm not going to mention what that job is, because I don't know if it's violating some sort of privacy thing. That, and I remember thinking at that age, she was really pretty, and I'm wondering if she is still pretty. And yeah. But yeah, just they wanted to basically, I might as well mention it because who cares? They wanted to work in forensics, and I want to know if they went ahead and did that, because that would have been a really cool thing to get into. And I can't even remember her name. Pilot arriving on PowerWash Simulator styles were run by redacted heretical. Okay. But yeah. What the hell was I originally talking about there? Oh, right. So yeah, that's how I ended up with like usernames and stuff that I currently have now. For email, it's very professional and stuff. It's just basically, name of me or YouTube channel or something like that. Yeah. So... Sorry, I'm just remembered I was doing Divine Arrows, create. So I've got 24 minutes worth of that. Will I end up at level? No. Okay. I have no idea what any of this stuff is in reference to. I know it's Warhammer stuff, but I don't know what that means. I got debrief for some reason. Well, I'm just cleaning, and I get a debriefing for it. Okay. Sure. Okay. There's a very blue tank, which is very strange, considering, you know, tanks are normally like green. I don't know, it seems strange for an actual like tank. Can I climb up this ladder? Is this a ladder? Looks like a ladder. Like you'd climb up this. But where? How would you? Okay, so you'd get in through this, right? This would be like the entrance to it. I don't actually know. I don't really know much about tanks, other than the fact that they look cool and they blow stuff up and go bang bang. There's a lot more to tanks than that, but that's just what popped in my head for some reason. This one looks like it's going to actually take a while to clean for some reason. Because of all the little niggly bits that exist. Which is fine, but kind of annoying. Especially since I don't actually know if I'm in the right spot for this. Oh, speaking of not being in the right spot, this has nothing to do with that, so this is a weird segue. But I was watching a YouTube video on Dexter. There's this channel that does things like, you know, like most powerful gods in the universe, like a list one. As the good channel, right? And they did it on all the weapons in Kratos' vault, like all the and how it relates. The amount, so he just like mentioned what was in there and stuff, and you know the detail that they had in, you know, give his opinion on anything. Just, you know, fact, hey, this is here on this. This is, you know, John Wayne Gacy's thing. This belonged to Ted Bundy. You know, he labeled what everything was. The amount of detail though that went into that, like holy shit! Like they got the you know, the blood stains on stuff like accurate, the way it like looks in real life. Like the amount of detail and care that went into that was amazing, especially considering like it shows up on screen for like not that long. I'm not going to get into spoilers or anything like that, but like it's like not a huge thing. I'd say it's not a huge thing that like appears on show. Like there are details and stuff, and it's there, but it's like it's not the focal point. You know, it'd be something that a lot of other places would like skimp on details, but they didn't in that, and it was just, I got to applaud that. It was really, really cool. The amount of detail they put into it, I really appreciated seeing that. It was kind of cool. It was really cool. Yeah. Just thought I'd mention that because it popped in my head. Now, there's this that I need to clean. This is taking a while. Oh, laser cannon targeting surveyor. I don't even know what the hell that was, but I cleaned it. Oh, and there's stuff along here. How much? Wow. Shit am I missing from certain things? Holy crap. Like, I didn't realize that there was, like, shit inside of shit. What the hell? There is, like, so much to actually clean because of all the small niggly bits. Like, holy hell. Didn't even realize. That's interesting. Alright. And I clean this area. I can get this here and this here. Alright. If I can. Here we go. Alright. And then clean along this, I suppose. Gonna clean the gun. Gotta run if it turns on because it'll shoot you and you'll be gone. Yeah, I'm not a singer, but I'm thinking of stuff to say in a sing-songy voice because I don't know what to talk about. And I'm thinking of things to say, so there's no silence in the stream. Martin Luther King had a speech called I Have a Dream. For some reason I'm trying to find a rhyme in a song. 'Cause dime... No, I don't fucking know. But dime makes me think of anodyne. For some reason, it makes me think of Cyberdyne, which makes me think of the Terminator movies. Which... Another form of time travel in that. Does Warhammer have time travel in it? I don't know. Huh. It's a question that I've never thought to ask before. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go along and clean the edges here and see if I can get like... Ah, wow, there's a lot to do here. See if I can get like... that'll do, I think. See if I can get like the edge, I guess, of the sun. Because there's kind of a lot to do, even though I've done most things. There's like so much to like finish off. And it's kind of like a lot, and I'm like, what the fuck? Don't really understand how there's so much to fucking do. Wait, hold on, seriously, didn't I not do this one already? No, looks like I didn't. Okay, and the track armor cleaned. Does that mean that I can get this? But yep, awesome. Okay. Wait, so if I focus on just this spot here, should I be able? I'll be able to get the wheel tracks done. These aren't called wheels. Jump. Jump. God damn it. This is a lot. Okay, engine pipe cleaned. Okay, can I get the other engine pipes? Yes. Yes. And then I guess... Oh, yeah, get that stuff there. Go ahead and go along the side here. There we go. That cleaned as well, because why not? And this pipe. Do I already have this pipe cleaned? I can't see any dirt showing up when I use my dirt vision. Oh. Okay. Okay, go up here. Is there any dirt along here? There is. Am I getting it? Sort of. Okay. Okay. I think I got the other pipe before. No, maybe not. Maybe I got another one. So I feel like I have had that pop-up say that I've cleaned it. Because I was wondering where the fuck it was. But I could be wrong. Okay, engine being cleaned. Okay. And clean this part, I suppose. Where is it? Wait, do I have laser point of vision on this? What the hell? There's like a red thingy on here. That's interesting, I just noticed it. Alright, I'm gonna clean as much as I can as possible. And then I'll move on to bloody bricks afterwards, I guess. I probably have to go up top again to get other spots. I haven't got yet. Okay. It's like so much little tiny pieces on this. It's so... I don't know. Annoying, I guess? It seems like it's going to be a quick, easy one because it's just a tank and it's like not huge. But this feels like it's taking longer than the train on Back to the Future, which is kind of insane to say. Okay, let's say make it from up here. Okay. All right. After armor track clean, awesome. And then I'll put the top part of this as much as I can. Okay, so we can grab that off this lid there that I've missed. Okay. Then grab this as well, or clean this, I should say. And then... Apologies. Oh. Awesome. Right. Let's have a quick look at something. Wait, wouldn't it? I wouldn't have sent already, would it? Right, that went to my other email. Bloody go. What about that? Wait, what's this? That's an email from, I don't know what that is. Email, that one. Down. Where did it go? There it is. And you. Okay, it's on its way. But it doesn't actually say where it's at. Okay. There it is. So, looks like it's been picked up. Booked for collection. But it... maybe not. Okay. I didn't think it would have like been picked up today because it's Sunday, and like posties don't usually work on Sundays. Okay. I see something that I need to definitely get cleaned up in there. Okay, I think I might need to step better for some of this stuff. Laser cannon cleaned. Awesome. I was not expecting that. So that's pretty sweet. Alright. And then I might as well just clean it. I walk fast if I can. I am trying to get to the top of this. Oh, bunch of shizzle that I need to do. Okay. Oh wait, what? I did not realize that there was stuff playing on here. Now, thinking... Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe not. I was thinking this might not be so bad, but thinking ladder might be needed for some stuff for like the step store. While some of this did seem like a good idea, can't actually get underneath that other than this particular spot. Okay, engine grill clean. Oh. And clean that. Yeah. That'll be able to fucking okay, sure. Oh. And clean this. Okay. Alright. Pardon me, but alright, so there's like a lot of like little areas to clean here. Oh, okay. I'm trying to, I don't know, figure out the best way to go about it without moving around too much. Does that make sense? I have no idea. But do think the step stool might actually help me in some areas a bit more than I anticipated it to. So this actually seems like not such a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is really good. This particular spot though, anyway. And maybe not quite what I was thinking. It's not as good as what I was hoping it would be. Oh, if I go stubby. No, not particularly. They're kind of like an upwardish angle, so I can get in there really well. So I am actually thinking maybe it is better to have a ladder so I can get in there like that. I am getting some nice little like spots in this area clean just standing here. Can't believe that I'm actually saying a ladder. Oh, maybe not even a ladder, maybe the scaffold might actually be useful here. Okay. Just gonna get in and best that I can. These little wee spots that have like little wee tiny bits of dirt remaining. Then move on as I go along. If I just go ahead with that, then clean this little wee piece here as I go along. Basically get everything that I can think of to get without needing like a step stool or whatever. Then move on to the others as time passes, I suppose. kind of. Little all over the place, I will say though. Okay, that whole red frickin' thing looks awesome. Anyway. Laser cannon swivel cleaned, okay. Laser cannon armor cleaned. Oh wow. I am getting more of this clean than I anticipated to. Like, I wasn't expecting this to go as well as it is. Huh. Maybe I don't need the step ladder. I think I've, like, cleaned everything. Yeah, in regards to the laser cannon, which I was not expecting to happen at all, so that's kind of neat. Alright. This, I guess. And oh, okay. I know the front of that needs a fuck ton of shit done to it, but at the moment I'm focused on the side of this because why not? Seems to be what's needing my attention at the moment. Although it looks like I have got a majority of the stuff I was trying to clean. Now they're just like little tiny bits. Okay, awesome, that works. Alright, let's move on to this then. This is what I'm focused on now. The little wee, I know, tracks. Is that what it's called on a tank? So I got no idea. Okay, track cleaned. That fucking worked. Awesome. Is it just that individual track? Nope, the whole thing is done. Awesome. I'll go and clean this now. Much as I can anyway. And just there. Did I miss anything? Maybe, but not that I can tell. Assault frame hatch cleaned. I'll go get this. Yes. Okay, that's along. Grab, clean you. I don't know why I say grab you. I think it's just like an automatic thing to say for some reason. Assault hatch cleaned. Okay, so there's a lot of hatches to be cleaned, I'm guessing. Okay. And then that one as well. Okay, so this side is done most definitely. Alright, go here to clean these. Alright, I have sort of run out of things to chat about at the moment, so I'm going to voice convo, or voice get stuff from ChatGPT to say. But, not quite. Because I just sort of remembered that I am doing Melville stuff. So I'm waiting for, I'm currently crafting to finish off so I can move on to something else. And it's like going to be done in 42 seconds. There we go. Alright. Let's see. There we go. By the way, I actually recommend Melville. It's a good little wee idle game. I've been like playing it for months. My co-worker got me into it. And my boss for a bit, but my boss got bored of it. But yeah, it's a cool little wee game. Alright. Done this. Yes, I've done this, so now I'm off to this area, I suppose. Oh shit, track armor hatch cleaned, okay. Alright. Let's see, what have we got to clean? Not clean, bloody hell. Longbows? How much does that cost? Carry a longbow. Fuck, so I need to get the good stuff for it. Crossbows, let's see. Meteorite. It's maxed out divine. But the wood auger maxed out. Random. Don't have the thingy. Dragon. Don't have the thingy. Pure crystal. Don't have the thingy. Rune. Rune's good. Not worth a lot of experience though. Okay. Also, spin mastery on the crystal. Maybe? Maybe. Okay. Or should I focus on cutting trees instead so I can get the wood? Actually, yeah, that might be a bit of a better idea. So, meteorite I can't do. Divine, I need wood. So I need red oak logs. Do I need any other wood? No, I'll go ahead and cut some red oak logs, wood cutting, red oak tree. Get on my area skill cap for wood cutting. Then go to fletching. See, all those require different things. That doesn't matter, I just need those. Short bows. I need different types of wood to use, so carrion. I do need carrion logs then. Revenant. Oh, Revenant logs aren't too bad. Outerwood. Outerwood's definitely not that bad. Actually, I'll just go wood cutting and see what I don't have many logs of and focus on that, I guess. Mystic tree, so red oak is a yes. Linden tree, don't have. Hornbeam tree? Only have 4,000 of those. No, I don't need that many of them, but sure. Alright. Hi, ChatGPT. I am streaming, and I've been talking for a while, but I've sort of run out of things to talk about, so what have you got for me? Okay, yeah, do that. Okay, so not quite at all what I was thinking. I was more thinking of like stuff you could ask me, and then I could go ahead and answer that question. Okay, not quite my style. I was thinking, would you rather? But specifically, video game related would you rathers. Okay, so this one is, would I rather play every single game that I own, which is a lot, on the hardest difficulty until completion, or just play one game for the rest of the year and I can play that however I want? Considering that playing every single game that I own on the hardest difficulty would take a lot longer than a year, some of them do require you to play them on the hardest difficulty, so there is that. But I'd probably just go with the one game, play however I want for the rest of the year, because some games just don't require harder difficulty, so why would I do that? And it can be any game that I want. There are a few games that may take up to a year to finish, so absolutely go with that one. Okay, can you please immediately go into the next question and don't, give commentary or anything? Just immediately go straight into would you rather once I've finished. This one is would I rather play okay. Would I rather just play retro games from like the 70s, 80s and 90s, or only new releases for the rest of the year? Both of them are for the year, and new releases released this year. I'd go with the new releases because Trophy Hunter, so there's not much in regards to older style games. Also, the whole waiting for ChatGPT to come up with a question, I feel like is taking time away where I fill in it with some sort of commentary or something. So that's, while that seems to be a good idea, and I do like it, it doesn't seem to be the style that I want. Also, it's not really flowing naturally. Like, I don't know. It was good to get me started with this whole line of talking the entire time thing, but it doesn't seem to be working the way that I want at the moment. Maybe if I could include chat GPTs in the stream, which I can't do at the moment, that might be advantageous, but as it is now, nah. I just have to think of stuff, which isn't too much of an issue. It's more, I've been streaming for 3 hours and I don't know what to think of to say. Huh. That was a nice clean combo. I may need to have a look at nothing because I found out something that I have to clean. I just found this that I need to clean. Hooray. I just can't seem to get into it from where I'm currently standing. I may need you to assist. Okay, if I do need you to assist, I'm in the wrong place to have you assist me with this. That's kind of annoying. Totally in the wrong places. Okay. Let's see. Now I am looking for the dirt to clean, but I can't. There's the dirt. There's the dirt. Laser cannon armor cleaned. Alright, I think that's that one fully done. I can't see any other dirt in this particular region. Sure, region. Oh, I think I saw something. I did. Okay, there's dirt along here. Is there dirt over here as well? No. Okay, looks like I've fully cleaned that area. Oh, there's dirt right there. It looks like I have some dirt in a few spots that I still have to take care of. But I haven't quite. Okay, got you. Track armor hatch. Right, there is another hatch probably to clean somewhere else as well. I think there's stuff along here that may need to be cleaned that I haven't quite got. Ah, yes. Absolutely, there is. Okay. Along the edge, come on, got you there. Along here. Have a look. Anything along here? Not that I can see. Fully. Okay. Pick this up. Get on over here and then go ahead and look along the top of it. Might be something missing. No, there's not. I'm going after a specific thingy. I say words like I'm saying something and it sounds smart, but then I remember that I'm actually going up here for a reason. There we go. Okay, engine armor clean. All right, now I don't know what to clean because I feel like I've gotten everything that I could possibly think of. There's no like errant dirt anywhere that I can think of that I've missed. Nothing's popping up. So this is where I use help. Toe ring. I don't know what a toe ring is. Like, at all. Okay. So... clean this, I guess. There's, like, not really any dirt on it either, which is interesting. Okay. Engine, fuel, induction cover, headlights, and a track arm. And headlights. Ah, headlights. Ah, okay. Looks like I missed something in regards to headlights. Maybe? Okay, I can't actually see what I would have missed in here, which is annoying me. Alright, I'll just wait for this to load in, and then I'll go and find it that way. Yeah, I need to go check an oven element to make sure it's turned off. So, I'm going to, like, disappear. Yeah. An oven element. I think they made me into a stove element. But whatever. No, no. I don't know if it's hot. No, there's nothing melted on that. I don't know how to tell if this is off or not. I don't know how ovens look. So these are off. That looks like it's on, so I'll turn that off. And then that looks like it's off. Yeah, I think that's off. Okay. Looks like it's off. I'll switch it off at the wall as well because I've got no idea how ovens actually work fully. I mean, I do, but like, I don't know that one. All right. I'll just send a message, let them know that I've closed it, turned it off. I think I've turned it off anyway. All right. Turned it off. Switch it all off. I switched it all off. Okay. And legend and crossbows. So meteorite I done. Divine. I'm waiting on 11,000 needs. I don't know how to. Okay. Engine fuel induction cover. Ah, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, got you. And then headlights. You'd think you know where this is, but I don't really know which one it is. Also, might not actually be. It is, yeah. Ah, wow. I was like literally just looking at that. Inner track armor. HI inner track armor. Ah, this. Okay. There we go. Done. Let's go to the next place. Okay. Canticle complete. Tech Priest, your efficacy in this blessed task has exceeded chronological metrics. I feel the motive force of the venerable vehicle resonate. What? The Omnicia has indeed brought us a worthy adept. I shall see to it that Tyros 656 reserves only the most glorious and arduous benedictions for your attention. In the meantime, it would be prescient to reflect on the further reduction of your biologica to increase your efficacy further. Blessed be the Omnicia. I have no idea what that means. Like, I've read words, it forms sentences, they seem to be coherent, but I got no fucking clue what any of that meant. So there's that. Continue. So Redempted Dreadnought. Is there a trophy related to this one? Yes. Using only the yellow nozzle. Okay. Mm-hmm. The yellow nozzle, so that's the 10-degree one, I think. Okay. Chain of the unrelenting hammer initiated. Tech Priest, though many of us have been stationed within this glorious ring of iron for time immemorial, none have borne witness to the caliber of warrior which stands before you now, besmirched by the unholiest of Xenos and Flora. It rages for our absolution. Know then that you will perform rites of cleansing upon a dreadnought variant without the classification level Z326.01 of the chapter withheld. Once fallen, twice risen, now augmented by machine, the dreadnought will exalt the Omnicia for millennia to come. Addendum. This is a singular honor. Do not fail me unless you wish to transfer to Skitari on Polaris 5. Glory be to the machine god. Okay. So basically clean this well or I get shipped off somewhere. Sure. So this one I need the blue nozzle? Yellow nozzle. Button. Yellow nozzle. I'm gonna guess it's that one. 15-degree nozzle. I'm pretty sure it is. Yellow nozzle, 15-degree. Okay, so basically what I use anyway. Okay. Cleanse initiated. Yes, it has been initiated. Let's clean. Okay. There's going to be a little wee nooks and crannies in this one as well, isn't there? I can just tell. Okay, well, we'll start with the feet, I guess. Then, there we go. Like go down. And then, okay. Go and get this. Everything, I guess. Clarification required. Yeah. I think both lost. Yeah, fuel drops. I don't know what that means. At all. I don't know Warhammer stuff. I know bits and pieces, but I don't know a hell of a lot. But I do know it's very difficult to get a good cleaning. Make it easier to clean your arm. There we go. Okay. Leg. Armor thing. But like the oh, okay, foot clean. Looks like I didn't finish the foot. Did then. Alright. Foot joint clean. Oh. There's stuff underneath here that I missed? No, maybe not. Thought there was for a moment though. Okay, get this cleaned if I can. Alright. Yeah, this is reminding me of like several different things. So, one, just mech animes in general, that you get into. Also, Fear, because there's one of those in that, and Wolfenstein, Cyber Pilot. I think it's called Cyber Pilot. I'm pretty sure it's called Cyber Pilot. That's a good game. There we go. Clean that. Go ahead and get this done. Little wee, like, spots inside of this. And then okay. Missed a spot there. Missed a spot over here? No, it doesn't seem like I did. Okay. So this can be cleaned, so I definitely have missed something. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. The knee done? Knee joint? I suppose. And this thing? I guess that's also part of the knee joint as well. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna clean it like this. Everything that I can from where I'm standing, basically, then move around into other areas and stand at different places. Previous biographical partial ritual increase received by 3.56. Limited combat history will be disclosed through communications with the captor's tech marine. Yeah, still no idea what you're going on about. Continue intrigue tech press cognitive reset will be performed at the sacrament's conclusion. Are you gonna fuck with my mind? Do you have that technology? Hey. Oh, okay. I was going to get the other emblem, but then I saw that there wasn't one there. Okay. Maybe this isn't a mech that you get into. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Gun. Clean the gun underneath. And then let away tiny bits there. Don Magos asks that I impart an account of our chapter's history to assist the vigor of your cleanse. Sure, but you don't really need to encourage me to clean it, but okay, since further. Okay. So that means that you're not going to give me any history on stuff. You're trying to get out of it. You're a lazy bot, aren't you? As well, that here's an indeed. That is something. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means at all. Yours, though, he's usually last 2 years. Great. Oh. Okay. I mean, Are you threatening me in some way? Because I got no idea. Are you saying don't be a traitor or something? Because, like, I'm a power washer guy. I don't Warhammer stuff you. I don't know. I'm not a Warhammer. I'm a fucking power washer. You've hired me to do a job for millennia. Scour the galaxy for the corrupt anonymous. But why? Just because they don't meet your standard. These redacted heretical. Turn their back on the Emperor. Ah, okay. Wow, that is extreme. But if they're like traders, then that makes sense. I was going to say, just random people with fucking stuff. Wait, are you tracking down people who just don't know that you exist because, you know, that's a bit, I don't approve of that. But if they're actual like traders, then that's fine. But if you're literally just targeting people who don't know about you and refuse to listen, that's not the way to go about it. Considering just because, you know, the King of England is a dude doesn't mean that everyone has to fucking bow down to him if you're not a part of his kingdom. Which is actually most of the world these days. I mean, people might do so out of respect, but outside of that, it's not really something demanded of royalty these days, as far as I know. I'm not actually sure if I'm being honest. Okay. Alright. And let's see. My vape died. I need to switch to another one. And I also need to pee. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while I'm standing up. Put you in. There we go. Grab you. Grab you. Okay. I'll be back in a moment. Back. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's clean this spot here, which is already clean. Oh, no, it's not. Oh. Alright. Okay. Clean this here. Yes. I hearing that there's a salt planet. I'm just going to gathering forces. Yeah, I got no clue. See. Okay. Okay. I'm cold. Ish. I wonder if I should put something on. Warmer. Yeah, I know next to nothing about Warhammer. I mean, he's saying stuff that's probably like related to like Warhammer itself, like Warhammer lore, and it's probably like something that fans of like Warhammer absolutely love. But it means absolutely nothing to me. The only thing I can really say about it is that Warhammer stuff is just really annoying to clean because it's so dense with little wee tiny areas to get inside of. Little wee parts and shit, and it's kind of annoying. So as a power washer, it just annoys me. And I'm slowly getting there. Yes. Slowly. Very slow. Okay. Alright, that works, I guess. Okay. Get that clean if we can. That always spots. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I have cleaned the majority of it. Well, I'm already at 89%, but still. There's so many like little wee parts in it. Wait, what's that? Okay. Thought I heard something. Like a whole bunch of little wee teeny tiny bits inside of it. It's just really, yeah. Okay. This if I can. Oh, got you. And then go along here. Yes. Oh, yes. A lot of nice, satisfying things. Okay. Okay. Any gun. Oh. Okay. A bunch of shit just ready to be finished off here. It was really satisfying to get. But at the same time, it feels like there's so much more to do, even though I'm nearly finished. Ah, okay. Alright. There we go. Cleaning has been done slowly, and now we gotta get it through. There we go. Alright. Say. Oh, yes, got you there. Alright. Oh, there's a little bit up here as well, like on the inside of it. And then can I get from where I'm standing? Mostly, yes. Oh, okay. What do we knee joint? Hasn't quite finished, but I've got the knee armor. Means this knee armor will also be ready to go. Get them be fully clean soon enough. Okay, guns. And up leg. Armor. Okay. Alright. So we're getting a bunch of like areas done that I have done before. Okay, finger armor. Cool. Right, go ahead and get up on this ladder. I claim that somewhere just why these at the same time. Okay. Controller died. Gonna grab another one and pop it on to use. Oh, okay. Here's an update for the controller. Apologies. Set 44%, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 57, 59, 61, 63, 65, 67, 69, 71, 73, 75, 77, 79, 81, 83, 86, 88, 92, 4, 6, 8, and 100%. Restarting my controller. And back. There we go. Yeah. I was not expecting that to happen. I forgot that there was an update. Happened like with my other one the other day, and I just completely forgot about it. But it's fine now, though. All right. Okay. Now, how much of this hand is left to clean? Because, like, holy shit, there's like a fuck ton of areas in here. 99% complete. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. I think that's something. Okay. Posterior armor. Reactor cylinder storm bolters. Oh, okay. I don't know what some of that stuff is. Okay, no, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what any of that stuff is. Reactor cylinder storm bolters. Yeah. Okay, reactor cylinders. I see a little bit of dirt on there, so it must be this. There we go. Eternal service trophy. And then degrees of redemption. There we go. Job complete. Next one is Emperor Protects the Imperial Paladin job. Chant of the Unrelenting Hammer complete. Tech priest through the expulsion of the unholy residues of redacted blasphemy. It was dirt. Is dirt blasphemy, but okay. You have honored our illustrious subject. I feel the vibrant fortitude of the omniscient surge inside every atom of this adamantine carapace. May the forces upon which it is to be unleashed find the Emperor's wrath. Agenda. The forged temple grows ever more inspirited. You have been assigned rights upon a task force set to retrieve a restricted artifact H-class from withheld strategic Estimere B785. And there is much yet to be done. Cognitive reset delayed. Expect your next sacrament imminently. Praise the Omnissa. Regal Dawn Battle Tank. Don't know if there's a trophy related. Regal Dawn Battle Tank job. Stowed. Complete the stowed shovel first. Okay. Wow, that's a lot to read. Canticle of the Iron Soul initiated. Task. Tech Priest, it is time for your next rite. A Regal Dawn Battle Tank. Procured from the hive world of withheld classified. Substantial biological foulness blunts its machine spirit and demeans its sacred symmetry. Intel. This Regal Dawn tank will be under the personal command of the eminent Commissar Rance. Attached to the Astral Militrium forces at the imminent assault upon withheld strategic thingy. Owing to the Regal Dawn tank's personal importance to the Commissar, he has insisted on recording directives which will be issued during the cleanse. Addendum. The nature of its dispositions contains certain sensitivities, so I encourage you to accompany the cleanse with contemplation upon the wisdom of Magos Logos Fastidious. The eyes of the righteous look without seeing. Praise the Omniscient. Okay. Sure. Those were words that were said. So, the stowed shovel first. Stowed shovel. I don't actually know where this is. It's up.